You've probably felt it. That loop where you jump from one video to the next, endlessly scrolling, trying to escape the stress of the day. But you aren't actually having fun. You just feel completely drained, and that important thing you're supposed to be doing feels like it's on another planet. It's called the distraction spiral. Statistics discussed by personal development expert Bob Proctor show that 95% of people spend their entire lives caught in this kind of loop. They spend their days reacting to their environment, running on autopilot instead of living intentionally. We usually try to fix this exhaustion by piling more things onto our plate. We try the fertilizer approach, adding more hustle, more skills, or chasing more money on top of a shaky foundation. We assume that being busy automatically means we are being productive, but hard work without a clear purpose isn't progress. Chronic burnout happens because building a life on top of a constantly shifting, reactive external environment is unsustainable. And when that wear down happens, it hurts. You watch your plans collapse, opportunities slip right through your fingers, and relationships end. It feels like your entire life is unraveling and you have zero control. We often ask why everything is being taken away, but this process is actually deliberate construction. Things break and doors close because a new season cannot grow on an unstable, outdated foundation. You have to clear away what was keeping you small. Thomas Edison faced enormous pressure trying to invent the practical incandescent light bulb. He famously insisted that he never failed. He simply found 10,000 ways that didn't work. Every attempt provided necessary data pointing him toward the right path. Or consider J.K. Rowling. Before she created a global phenomenon, she was a single mother struggling financially, and her initial manuscript was rejected 12 consecutive times. Those rejections were required steps on the path to finding the right publisher. The true failure is being so afraid to fall that you never get in the game at all. Falling down serves as an architectural detour, helping you tear down an outdated version of yourself so you can build something stronger. Once that old foundation is cleared out, you step into the void, the empty space between who you used to be and who you are about to become. Surviving this space requires a radical act of subtraction. You have to give yourself permission to stop fighting and do absolutely nothing. This chart illustrates our brain's dopamine baseline, the level of stimulation we expect. When we constantly soak in digital media, that baseline climbs to a red zone of hyperstimulation. Suddenly, normal, productive work drops far below the line and feels painfully boring. To fix this, you physically unplug from all screens and sit in complete silence for 5 minutes. Doing literally nothing forces that overstimulated baseline to plummet. Now, that exact same work task appears as a spike above your new baseline. It becomes the attractive option. You can take this physical reset even further. In his 1918 book, The Power of Concentration, William Walker Atkinson suggests sitting in a chair for 5 straight minutes, perfectly still. Absolutely no fidgeting, no nervous twitches. Mastering these physical urges trains your will to focus. It sounds simple, but mastering these physical resets demonstrates that you cannot begin to control your mind until you first master your physical body. Sitting in that physical stillness brings up the psychological terror of the void. When the chaotic fog finally parts, you are left in an empty space with no defined identity and no clear roadmap for what comes next. It is deeply uncomfortable. Yet ancient devotional practices offer a mechanism for dealing with this exact anxiety. They describe an active presence, an unseen hand that operates just slightly ahead of your immediate reality. Someone else is already out there, evaluating the unknown terrain for you. Think back to the times you didn't know which way to go, yet somehow things aligned exactly as they needed to. By remembering that past confusion eventually resolved into clarity, you can safely surrender your desperate need to control everything right now. True peace arrives when you realize you don't have to force your way forward. This emptiness serves as a sanctuary, a prepared, protected space for your true purpose to arrive. With your physical body steady and your old foundation cleared out, you are no longer reacting to the world. You now have to step up as the active architect of your new reality. This construction starts entirely within your own head. The silent, continuous conversations you have with yourself all day long act as blueprints, dictating everything that shows up in your external life. Consider the case of a young woman trapped in a miserable job with a critical boss. She realized she was having silent, raging arguments with him in her imagination all day. So she rewrote the script. She replaced those mental fights with imagined scenes of him congratulating her. Soon after, his actual behavior in the real world mirrored her new internal narrative. Pointing fingers at your boss or the economy is backwards. Your outer reality is forced to perfectly match your internal speech. To change the world around you, you must first change the words inside you. You can start building this new reality by first relaxing your physical body entirely. From that state, vividly visualize how you want to see yourself acting, working, and relating to people in your ideal future. Take that mental picture and write it out in the present tense, starting with, "I am so happy now that I see myself." Read that card every single day to overwrite years of old conditioning. When you do this, the external world will immediately throw negativity at you. People will call your goals unrealistic. Your own conditioned mind will flood you with doubts. You must evaluate those thoughts and outright reject them. It comes down to how you handle risk. Are you going to continue playing it safe just to avoid the short-term sting of failure? Or are you going to take action and avoid the permanent, heavy anchor of lifelong regret? You possess an infinite reservoir of potential waiting to be drawn out. The power is there. What specific choice will you make today to finally access it?